journey into maize farming when I was about the age of 35 was quite interesting. I was doing large scale. I think we started with about 10 acres, and then we scaled up to almost 30, 50 acres. I think we did not go beyond 50 acres. So if you are out there and you are wondering what is a commercially viable amount of maize you need to do to make profit, from my experience, I would say don't do less than 30 acres. 50 acres upwards would be good. And sometimes you actually do get a good harvest. And sometimes it's not just the size of the cobs that matters, but also the density is very important. You need to make sure during the planting you have the correct planting. So during my journey of large-scale maize farming, I would harvest a lot of maize. I remember one of the best years, I harvested close to, I think, 400 sacks. And I can say that was one of my best years in maize farming. And sometimes you are lucky, you get big cobs. Like here we have the big cobs, like these ones. And you are very lucky when you get 2 or 3 per plant. There are times you'll only get 1, but at the end of the day, what matters is the average. So during this time, I know you are wondering, how much money did you make? We're making good money. I remember one day in one weekend, I went to the farm and actually sold, how much? At the time was $2,000 of maize. So I would actually begin selling my maize when most people have kind of exhausted their stocks, so that there is demand in the market. And in my part of the world, the best time for you to sell maize is between 1st of May and 15th of June. Because after 15th of June, new maize starts coming into the market. So at the time, what we now call mobile money was not very well developed. So I would go and take orders on a Friday, and then I would give the buyers a chance to bank the money on Saturday morning, and then they would come and pick it either on Saturday evening or on Sunday early morning, because they needed to be in our market by Sunday 9 a.m. So it was good money. A lot of things have changed in maize farming. First of all, we have a lot of challenges in terms of this year. We've not had good rain, sometimes climate. But a lot of what has changed in maize farming is the cheap imports. You'll find that people are bringing in a lot of cheap maize from southern African countries. You know, I'm in East Africa. So when people start bringing cheap maize from Zambia, it depresses the local market. So my journey in maize farming lasted about 10 years. And for me, where I had reached at about 50 acres, it needed me to quit my job and become a full-time farmer. And I was not ready at that time to actually quit my job to become a full-time farmer. So if you're out there in diaspora and you're planning on doing maize farming, please don't be fooled that you can be sending money to do farming on like 2 acres or 5 acres. You are wasting time. I can say for learning purposes, maybe the first year try 5 acres, then scale to 10. But really you'll begin to see maize money when you reach 30 acres and above. You can cut.